to man up.
So I know a interesting piece of information that not a lot of people or not a lot of our listeners may know. You don't just take your efforts in and around the ring. You actually took your efforts to Haiti not that long ago, right?
That is correct. Me and Frankie, the partner and chief graphic designer, we actually took a mission trip down to Haiti.
A shout out to Courageous Church.
That's right. Big time shout out to Courageous Church and Sean as their pastor. But as me and Frankie went down there, it really opened our eyes. We fell in love with the country. We plan on going back in the summer again. And so one of the ways that we came up with to actually help Haiti in whatever way we could is we give $1 from every sale that we make at Conflict to a homeinhaiti.org, and we give 50% of the profit from our limited edition Haiti Conflict tee to the same organization. Now, at the time, we've got it sitting in a savings account, and it's just building. Eventually, we would like to present a nice blown-up check to Courageous Church for the organization. If it wasn't for Courageous Church and a homeinhaiti.org, Conflict would have never got the opportunity to go to Haiti, or would they have ever had the opportunity to even serve Haiti in the small way that we're going to do. And, Haiti's not going to be the only place. We have a couple other third world countries in mind that we would like to visit and try to help. And just the fact that our name is called Conflict, we believe that visiting countries that are going through tremendous conflict is right down our alley, whether it be dangerous or not.
Well, we absolutely appreciate your efforts over in Haiti, man. We still are there building orphanages and trying to just do a tremendous work over there for the people of Haiti. I was there as well, not on the trip that you were on. I was there in March to build a couple of orphanages while there, and it's just tremendous the things that they have been through. But the spirits are still high, and the Haitians are walking around with their head up right now, believing that God is going to make a way, and I believe that as well.
Oh, it's absolutely amazing down there. I mean, the people are probably the strongest people I've ever seen, to be honest with you. I mean, they went through a horrendous earthquake, and it wasn't even, the earthquake was horrible, but one of the things that made it so bad is the government is so backwards down there that they don't know how to help their people. There's not even any heavy equipment down there, so there was no way for them to move this rubble. So, they're having to work around basically the lackness of their government. And, they're having, a proud country's having to accept the aid from these different countries cannot be easy. We wouldn't be able to do it very easily. And now they just got hit by the cholera epidemic. I mean, it's absolutely amazing that these people can even keep their head up, and they're doing it. And that's one of the reasons I think that country is so beautiful, and why they need our help is because a lot of people would have already given up. They would have just given up, and they have not done that. They've stayed strong. Absolutely.
I'm hoping the presidential election that they're having over there helps. New government, new people, fresh faces. I hope that helps.
Very much so. Very much so.
Definitely praying for a lot of my brothers over there in Haiti. So,
we plan on actually going back in the summer and finishing up what we started, what you were mentioning, the school and the I think it's is it the orphanage or the hospital over there?
Hospital. Currently building a hospital. Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Is that what we were actually digging on? I believe that was the foundation that we were working on.
It was the church. Jason's telling me he's on the soundboard. It was the church that you guys were digging on.
Okay, yeah. We plan on going back down there and trying to continue helping with that. It's definitely left unfinished, and Courageous definitely isn't going to leave it in the way, the wayward wind. So, that's going to definitely be finished, and we hope to keep all our fans at Conflict up to date on all of that. And just keep in mind that you can go to our website at any time, and you can click the homeinhaiti.org link on the top of our website. And you can anybody who's hearing this can go straight to a homeinhaiti.org and donate, or they can buy a Conflict shirt and we'll donate. It's however they want to do it, as long as the country gets the help that they need.
So let's give our listeners a shout out on that. So conflictfighting.org. You can check out all of your MMA news, MMA info, order a t-shirt, and Conflict Fighting will make a donation to a home in Haiti, or you can go to ahomeInHaiti.org and check out some of the things that we're doing in Haiti. Get involved, right? There are several mission trips that are going to be planned. You guys can not only donate money, but donate your time, your effort, your sweat, and let's help rebuild Haiti.
That's absolutely correct. That's awesome.
So, Christian, we're going to be wrapping up here in a second, but before we do, wanted to talk about your personal testimony about coming to Christ and how the Lord was able to bring you out of difficulty. So let's talk about that for a second.
Sure, that's one of my favorite topics. You know, a lot of people shy away from getting deep with those kind of things. I do not. You know, I'm all about going full forward with things. And, you know, to be honest, when I was younger, I was pretty rebellious. You know, I did a lot of things I probably shouldn't, got in trouble with the law. I had a little run-in with cancer when I was 17, which got me on some pretty heavy pain medicine. And, you know, once I left the hospital, I was still on it. You know, it didn't just go away. The dependency to the medicine didn't go away.
Right.
So, you know, for probably about 6 or 7 years there, until maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, kind of when I started Conflict, started going back to church, you know, I had a pretty bad pain medicine problem. You know, that was my thing, you know, and it messed up a lot of things in my life. And, you know, I took control of it, though. You know, I cold turkeyed it a couple times. And then, you know, my last struggle with it, you know, I was actually dealing with it. And my friend Jason came to me and he said, "Hey, man, there's this really cool church called Hub City Church. Why don't you come check it out?" And, you know, I was in a time in my life where I didn't think God was even thinking about me or even had anything to do with me.
Right.
So I was like, he was my best friend. I said, "Yeah, I'll come. I'll check it out." So, you know, I came, you know, and I was high when I went. I'm not even going to lie. The first Sunday that I went to Hub City Church, I was high. People did not know that, though. And, you know, when I was sitting in the service, you know, it was just such a different service. They were telling how no perfect people are allowed and you come as you are. And, you know, me coming from a Catholic and Episcopalian background, that was news to me. Yeah. I mean, from where I came from, if you didn't come in a shirt and, you know, a button-up shirt and tie and, you know, you didn't vote this way or that, you know, you were going to hell. And when I came to this church, it was just a whole nother, you know, a light of how Christ was. And it just it was amazing how it happened. I just went from basically taking drugs to within about 3 or 4 weeks completely off of them.
Wow.
I was going to church every single day. I mean, every single Sunday. When I wasn't even, you know, up until about 10 years before that, I wasn't even going to church. You know, for about 10 year stretch there, I didn't even bother with church. And one of the reasons I even quit was so that I could make sure that I made it to church on Sundays and that I wasn't laying in my bed going through withdrawals or some craziness like that. Right. You know, I didn't want to have if I was going to be dependent on something, it was going to be on God and Christ. It was not going to be on some little pill. And it's just amazing that once I started to go and I opened up a little bit, God basically just took the hardship away and made it easy for me. And for the first time, it was easy for me to actually stop it. And ever since then, you know, I've really had no urge to go back to that lifestyle. And, you know, I'm still learning to be a Christian. I still make mistakes, you know, like anybody really does if they want to admit it. So I am still very new to the faith. I have a lot of questions that I have to ask my pastors. I'm sure I drive crazy with it, but I wouldn't change anything. You know, I went from basically being a drug addict to having my head on straight and owning a very nice little company, having a great church family. So, you know, I would not change it for the world, and I'll tell anybody that same story.
Man, that is awesome. That is awesome, man. So let's plug the church. You said this is Hub City Church. Where are you guys located?
That's right. You can visit the church at www.hubcitychurch.com. We're located in Spartanburg, South Carolina. We actually hold service at a movie theater, so it's a very interesting way we do services.
Wow.
The pastor, the main pastor is Jonathan Everett, and the assistant pastor, who's also our chief designer, is Frankie Creel.
That's awesome. So if you are in Spartanburg, you need to check out Hub City Church. Make it there.
Absolutely. And you can actually pick up their podcast They record every sermon that they do. So you can actually go to their website and actually listen to their sermons. And even if you're from Atlanta or New York, you can still catch the message and hear what we have to say every Sunday.
We're definitely going to check that out. Well, Christian, it was great having you, bro. We'll definitely keep you lifted in prayer, as we hope you'll be doing for us as well. We wish you all the success in the world for conflict fighting. And I'm actually going to pick up the UFC 123 to see your boy fight. I'm going to pick that up.
Yeah, definitely. Check out, make sure the listeners know, check out UFC 123 weigh-ins the night before to see Tim walk onto the stage wearing conflict. And then, the night after, check in to watch him fight and kick some butt.
So one quick question, though, before we let you go. Who wins the Rashad fight?
You mean Rampage versus Machida?
Rampage, yeah, Rampage. He lost to Rashad Jackson, right? Rashad Evans, I'm sorry.
My prediction... And I actually predicted the Kane-Lesnar fight to a T, that Kane was going to TKO Lesnar within 2 minutes. And guess what? He TKO'd him in 1 minute and 40 seconds.
He beat Lesnar bad.
He spanked his booty. So my prediction for this fight, I believe that Machida is going to take the fight by decision. Or I believe that Rampage is going to get a little too excited and he's going to try to go in for the kill. And he's going to walk right into Machida's trap, and Machida's going to TKO him. I really do like Rampage, and to be honest with you, Rampage is my favorite fighter of the two fighters, but I just don't see Rampage being able to get around Machida's defense. Now, Rampage has the puncher's chance. He could catch him and knock him out. I just don't see it happening, though. So I say Machida by decision.
So, fans, you heard it here first.
Unanimous decision.
Rampage Jackson loses 2 in a row. How about that?
That's right. That's right.
All right, Christian, it's been real,
guys,
buddy.
I'm gonna send y'all out a Haiti shirt, so y'all can be looking forward to that. If you and your man will just send me an email with your sizes and the address, I'll get y'all out a Conflict Haiti limited edition T-shirt.
It's on the way, brother. Appreciate you.
Thank you, and God bless, guys.
All right, man. Have a good one.